Mrs. Clinton, thank you for being here with us.
I'm delighted to be here, Kate. Thank you.
We know that you've met with women all over the world and talked with them about entering the economy and changing society in Beijing, in South Africa, in Bangladesh. And did anyone tell you you're coming to Dog Patch today? That's the, we call it Portrayal Bayside, but this neighborhood is called Dodge Patch.
I feel right at home.
Right, okay. I thought we could sort of begin by thinking, or posing a question to all of you about, in addition to speed of execution, what does it really take to be in the new economy? And how has the new economy created new business models and created opportunity for women entrepreneurs?
To be successful, to be a successful company in the internet economy, you have to address women and women's needs. Women make 80% of all the household purchases in this country. They control 70% of the wealth. So if you're not addressing them and the things that they would like to see on an internet, then you're missing a very big demographic that you should be focusing on. We at MsMoney.com, we are a women in money site, so of course we know all these statistics. And what we try to do to help women out is give them a safe and trusted place where they can come to find an aggregate information about financial services and do it so that it simplifies their life.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget a woman in Denver a couple of years ago telling me that she'd had a great idea, she thought, for a business. And she went from bank to bank to bank, and she said, so many good ideas die in the parking lots of banks. And what Kate's trying to do and what the cluster's trying to do, obviously, is to leap that. But interesting to hear her experiences, which would really lay the groundwork for understanding why the cluster is such a unique and important contribution to this.
Well, I have a little story around that when you said about banks. The quotes that Ms. Money provides is by Bob Hope. A bank is a place to go to when you can prove you don't need money. Mm-hmm. The experiences that I had been banking with a local bank for 10 years, and I had been a business owner for 5 years and tried to get some capital to start MsMoney.com, and they turned me down and said, you're starting something new, it's in this internet space, it's a big risk. And I had been researching the venture capital market and learned these statistics that a small amount went to women, and it's a bit daunting. And so to have the support of a community of women and the Women's Technology Cluster that helps give us the confidence and inspires us to go after large amounts of money is the primary reason that I decided to participate.
A lot of what I've seen in the world of microfinance and microenterprise around the globe is exactly what she's talking about, that the social benefits, the community building benefits, the family strengthening benefits are truly as much of an important bottom line as whatever, compensation the owner or the borrower can take out for herself or the building up of profits and, buying another goat or another cow or another rickshaw or whatever it might be. And I think it's very exciting to me because as we go further talking about microcredit, now being able to talk about women's technology and using some of the same language has a great way of making those connections. Now, do each of you need additional help from outside the cluster? I mean, do you need financial advisors, lawyers outside the cluster so you have whatever support you get in the cluster plus the additional help outside?
Well, for MsMoney.com, because we're a financial services company, it's very important that we get specific legal advice, especially when it comes to if you're borderline advising people on the internet. So we would hire a whole law firm outside of the cluster.
Without giving any trade secrets away, what's the going rate for a 30-second or a minute? I mean, how long does the banner stay up? An impression.
It varies depending on your audience. It's a very targeted audience. For example, financial services for women, a company might be apt to pay a little bit more because they know it's a 25 to 49-year-old professional woman who has money to spend on things. So it might even be up to 60.
Having spent this little bit of time with all of you and hearing about the excitement of what you're doing, and especially in this surrounding, and to see the networking that goes on and the support that you can give one another and the kind of leveraging of strategies, ideas, and entrepreneurial experience is very exciting.